was better than mine did. Yeah. Would have been less synchronized, but my game went long. switch order then, maybe, but.
You didn't play 9 p.m. last night.
No.
My game! I won't throw too much.
I played it hard.
Okay, now I'm getting back now.
Nice, Rick. That's good. Yes. All right, that's good. Mine's good. Great. Great job.
All right, welcome to the C&D event quarterfinals. On sheet A, Team Allen and Team Miles are playing in the D event semifinals. And also over on sheet D is the other D event quarterfinals. Team Corbett versus Lee Franklin's team. And in the middle sheets, these are the C event quarterfinals. Team Mitchell and Yontis versus Kathy Jackson and Greg Tierney on C. First end, and with me is the one and only Mr. George Kitchen. How are you this morning, George?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. A little tired here on day 4, but we're hanging in. What do you think we should have for our feature?
I think A might end up being our feature, but they could also have a good one on D, and, well, C, a lot of good matchups out here.
It's a little difficult to call on A is all.
Well, it's not difficult when I click this button right here. You meant call the result.
I think folks want to hear. Are here. Some people are here to watch their team, quote unquote. So I think we got to stick with the overhead for 4. But we'll zoom in as we go along, as the ends progress, I guess.
Yeah, try to stay at the wide shot as much as we can.
So it's sheet B, Kim Mitchell and Bill Yontis. Watched this morning the Yontis game yesterday with a fantastic finish. We're a 28th seed, brought in 3 around cover to score 3 to win by 1 in the 7th end last night. So our 28th seed has 2 wins. So we did something right.
I don't know about that.
You have to be a little careful on sheet B, personally. Kelly kind of opened it up a little bit. Bill's going to promote the inside yellow, it looks like. It's an interesting call because you could draw to the back red.
Looking at the stones in play, I think it is Bill's hammer.
Yeah. Are both of those rocks in? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm really, really surprised he's not drawing around the other way. Or not even drawing, maybe hack weight, try to get rid of that red.
Yeah.
And sit 3. But let's see what happens here. It's a little light. And makes those bumps harder now. So a little bit more weight, I think, from John. Gets this shot a second time. I would think they're going to top 12 and protect their 4-foot red. You think, Jason?
I think that's the call.
Yeah. They're not touching it, so it's usually a positive sign. Starting to curl on them now.
You'd like this to be in, but not too deep.
Not too deep. Oh.
Might need a little rub off their own.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, okay. Well.
Yeah. It's a...
Now Bill says...
Yeah, I think they come and draw down to it, right?
Here.
Yeah. That needed to be about 8 feet higher, I think, for Kelly. So Bill's going to draw down, maybe change this end around.
Sheet A, that was a nice takeout. Get the instant replay here for a second.
Wow, look at you. Come a long way over a couple of days.
I tell you.
Instant replay.
I've even rearranged some of the buttons here to make it easier to switch around.
Nice.
Getting the hang of this.
You and technology. I tell you, without it, it's tough to... You know that in organizing this Spiel with me.
Oh, I'm sure you struggle just in everyday life.
This is true. This is absolutely true. So yellow came down and bumped the red, which is a satisfactory result, we'll call that. And Karen's going to come down here and looks like probably do the same.
Draw was a little strong on A. Settles in the back of the house. Just flashed that.
Yeah, I think they're getting adjusted to what looks to be quick ice again today.
Yeah, I realize the 4-panel shot being a couple seconds behind is a nice little instant replay if you're on it quick enough.
So that's the ALC.
Oh, just missed on C. It's a shame.
Yeah, we could look like geniuses using that 2 or 3 second delay, correct? So C's scrubbing this one pretty hard. A little rub off red wouldn't hurt.
Nice run back on A. Well, spilled a little too far.
Yeah, the angle race is great to make it, but we'll get rid of the center and make them throw it back. Or hit that one he just threw really hard. Yeah, that's fine.
Draw on C. Not quite buried. So Kathy will have a look at that for a double.
No way that's enough to get. No, it's just going to make it worse.
Angle raise attempt on sheet B. Comes up a little light.
Who's hammer here on B? Is it yellow?
Well, let me stand up and see how many rocks are left. It is red hammer.
Red hammer.
Oh, looks like the double attempt on C.
Just like the conversations we've had before. Yeah, in B, they understand. There's nothing wrong with a force. I don't see a shot for 2 for red. So I think, essentially, in my opinion, this end is over with 1 yellow. I don't see it changing, but we'll see.
To the rock on A comes the rest. I'll peek at the overhead of B. After the shot on D ends. Right.
They do have this one. They got the promote of the far yellow, but they could hit their own, but be pretty unlucky to move that around.
Let's see what.
But I don't see the need for it when red is hammered. So, see.
Bill's out there flirting with those reds.
What do you like here, Jason?
Is there an angle on that red she's standing in front of? I don't. Let's maybe take a quick sneak at the overhead again.
Well, the number one thing she's got to be thinking about is opening it up. Now, if there's a shot that'll get into the house and open it up at the same time, that's ideal. And I think that's what this red promote does for her. Hit it on the outside, it kind of opens up a draw for next shot, and can possibly promote this red in.
I think that's what Bill was going for on his last shot. He was trying to guard that promote and just hung out wide on him.
Yeah. But that's always what you're looking for, is to open it up for your final shot. So I think this is more for a final shot than anything else. This is a tough shot here coming up. They're on it. Kelly and Beth are doing their best to keep it straight, but it looks like it's going to chip the yellow, which is...
But it does open it up.
Yeah, which is also a positive result. So, Bill in protection mode. We'll probably put up a guard.
Absolutely.
What do we have over here at C? It looks like Kathy has a hit for 1 or 2. I'm not sure. It looks like maybe just for 1. That's a nice shot. And an inside roll. Nice shot, Kathy. So Bugs comes up. I saw your Facebook post. He's wearing his outfit again today. The spirit of curling alive.
We never got the story on Greg's team name. Ostrich.
Yes.
Had something to do with a tendency to misspell words.
Yes, from Kevin. I will have Lauren explain that story to the club members at lunch today. Got a little preoccupied yesterday at dinner.
Yeah, I did as well. I was late on the basketball final tournament. We had a smaller crowd when that actually happened. All right, Bill rattles that red around and half guards that opening. I think he guarded it well enough.
So I've got a good idea what I would do on this one. How about yourself?
Well, are you in any danger coming through the port and taking your own out? I think you might be.
Yeah. I'm throwing this rock away.
I don't think there's a lot of upside here.
Yeah. I think she's trying to promote the red in, but I think you're as likely to promote the yellow in. So I think I'm throwing this rock away.
I think Sue thinks she could get to the top of the 4 foot and maybe out count it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think they're pumping red.
But I think you're right. That's what they're going for.
Yeah, and here's that yellow coming in. I mean, 6.5. But
no harm
yeah, I think
done.
I'm throwing that one away. But there's braver skips out here than me, I'm sure. So Kathy has a hit here in seat C. A little wobble on her delivery.
Hammer on sheet A here, real quick. And we'll switch over to Kathy's.
I think they're measuring on sheet A. Is she drawing all along? I think she was maybe a little heavy or a little light on her.
Hit flashed on C.
I think she was a little light on it, maybe. Lighter inside. It's a tough break. What was that? A steal of 1 for red?
I flipped away too quick.
Yeah.
Tried to not miss any of the action here. And then Lee Franklin's in the hack for her hammer throw on sheet D. Let's take a look at that. She is throwing red.
I watched a little bit of the Franklin-Jackson game last night as well. And the Franklin team played very well.
They did. Lee and Cliff, a couple of newer curlers on the front end.
Yeah, who are the front end for the Franklins?
On Team Franklin.
I tried my best to introduce myself to every newer face, newer member.
Meg Lorenzen and Patrick Morin.
All right. Well, welcome to the two of them. I'll see if I can find some time to meet them. But getting the Sunday in your first Spiel, nothing wrong with that.
Only thing that would make that any better is getting piped on later today.
Yep.
But they've got a long road ahead of them for that.
So Sarah's going to get an inside hit off of that. Yeah, that's a very nice shot. And it peeked out a little bit.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice weight, too.
Near perfect roll.
Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to probably ask for similar weight. Tappy weight. Jason's words.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how Beth does. wide. But if her weight is right, it'll come off of that hill maybe. Oh boy, that's straight. If you're gonna leave it high. That's fine. Boy, that rock did not curl very much.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna go home and make it back. Good luck. Catch you all. Great game. Been a pleasure. Currently, guys. Okay.
I have to go. I didn't think I could.
Couple of takeouts on sheets D and C, and they both ended up spilling out.
That's because the only play was on Friday. Yeah, I took it on draw. I'm like, you guys are all the work. They just collectively decided to post scores. He's seeing the one already.
They might have hogged one on sheet A.
Drinks all around. And it's made a nice shot here on seat C. Mitchell is attempting to hit this rock for a second time with Kelly up. I think that's got a curl. It's trying. Yeah, it's just really straight ice out there. Boy, oh day. I mean, that was fairly quiet weight, and it still didn't move more than a rock or two. Sue will dial in that ice here shortly. Depending on what Bill does here, I might just clear that center guard.
You'll get it, Murray. Yeah. Game face? They're out. Fuel like a woman.
Dr. Kosikoff is in the house. Good morning, Jeff. You know, that's not a bad result for John. I'm clearing that guard. I know it's loaded, but no, I'm going to retract that statement.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a pretty juicy looking hit
yeah,
there.
I'm going to hit this double and sit a few. This ain't turning either. It's got one, that's for sure. That's a pretty good shot.
Instant replay.
There you go.
It rolls more than the red, so that's a
That's sitting 2,
decent result.
maybe 3, but I think we got plenty of rocks here. Things will change. What do you like here? Like freezing to a red, or you like drawing around that yellow?
Yeah, you're got a lot of red rocks in play without hammer here.
Look at the red. Yellow, red.
Dr. Kosikoff likes the yellow, red, red on the right-hand side.
Cream it.
With big weight.
He's drawing into those.
I will politely
In the
disagree
back
with that
house.
call.
He's trying to maybe corner on that red.
I think I probably would have came around yellow because John just threw that rock. But they've elected to freeze.
I think if you come around yellow and sit in the top 8 foot, that's a pretty good shot.
Just draw it.
Peek at the overhead here. Out counting 2 of the reds.
Interesting strategy calls here. I think a lot of different options here. Could maybe bump that one at 8 o'clock and sit 2. You could draw around yellow, you know, nothing wrong with that. And I think that's the, that's the call.
Draw.
Yep. And John just threw this rock earlier for the other team, so Sue should know the ice. And with that, Broom, that's looking like this is going to swing a bunch. But it looks a little hot. Got a lot of room. Needs some breaks.
You might want to sweep behind that one.
That's a pretty good result there. Just a little bit behind T-line, though.
Might be biting the back 12 a little.
Yep. How many rocks can you get in the 12 foot? That's what B is playing right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I think the answer is 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So Bill come here and try to hit the 4 foot.
You can be a little heavy, but not if you're wide.
Oh, this is Paul. I met Paul.
I don't know why they're sweeping that.
Don't sweep it, Bill.
Don't catch that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Settles into the back 4 foot.
If that was an ice issue or maybe it was a little wide, but you want that rock another rock and a half over.
Looks like he took about the same ice Sue did, so might have been a little wide. And Sue is taking a little more ice and maybe something tappy on that yellow.
This has got to bend. Got a lot of rotation on that rock. That might have had something to do with it. But there's your tap. There it is, Jason.
It's a nice little roll.
The infamous tap.
It's tappy.
Bill's not through here. He's still thinking steel. But he's gonna have to make a couple good shots because I think Red's sitting 3 or 4 with hammer.
Yeah, I think you draw into those reds. Even if you don't get the perfect freeze, it's gonna be tougher to bring some of those other reds into play at the end here.
The big advantage for Bill is a lot of these rocks are behind the tee, so he's got some options. But it looks like he's hitting.
Yeah, he's hitting.
And I don't think he can hit his way out of this end. Kind of like a draw here.
I think you like all those behind the tee line and you just use them.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement. Yeah, you freeze down to this for sure. You can bump it a little bit.
Yeah, air on the side of a little heavy.
Yeah, I mean, and then, if you get in a position where you can get that yellow where it can't be moved, then it's probably a force of 1. It's a great result when they're sitting 3 or 4. He's come with big weight, and it's a little hit and roll.
Not a terrible result.
No, yeah. Kind of ends up
corner frozen.
Getting your freeze, right? So it's a very nice shot by Bill.
Nice shot, Bill. This looks like a nice draw on C.
Whoa.
Just got it around.
Bugs is not just a basketball player. Very nice shot.
Doesn't quite settle in for shot, but they are second.
I mean, that skinnied that yellow guard.
Oh, yeah.
The force is on. It's funny how one nice shot can change things, because Kathy was sitting there with 2 yellow just behind the tees. Seems to be the issue there as well. And back to Miss Mitchell. She's elected to hit as well. And they're on the front yellow. Bill's last shot, Sue's hammer. What do you like, Jason?
Oh, wow. That was a pretty good result for Sue there. Now there's the lone yellow standing against 6 reds. You got to put something in the other side of the house, I think. Don't let her have a double.
Yeah. The key is you have to be 1-2. Right, if you're going to draw around this yellow.
Yep, right where she's tapping there is a great spot.
Yeah, I agree. But again, you have to be 1-2. Don't have to be shot, but you got to be 1-2 so that you don't leave that hit for 5.
Yep.
Or 4, or whatever the number is.
And you cannot be light here, or you'll just leave a wide open hit. With that ice, I think if he's a little heavy, he could get on the red. That's a little tight for a T line.
This is looking pretty good. It's got a curl, though.
It's got a curl. That might be through.
Oh, the door is creaking open.
Oh.
The door is wide open for Sue.
So this would be a hit. She can afford to lose that back one and get 6. Yeah.
But she really can get 7
She
here.
can get 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
You gotta just make sure not to hit the back red one, but whether it's 6 or 7, I don't care about the back red. right. Yeah, I'm not gonna be disappointed if the back red goes and you only get 6. I think you're concentrating on and probably throwing normal weight at it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with the ice with weight. Just throw normal and get rid of it. Probably want to come across the rock slightly.
And if it jams, it would only be 3. And they're sweeping hard, trying to hold it off their red. I think they're gonna get 7 here. That's a great shot, great sweep.
Oh, I think we need a new feature for a minute.
I think so. Looking around the ice house, it's a 1-3 on sheet A. Tight game on C. 2-1, and not sure of the result on D. Have to wait till they hang that second. And
I think maybe we go over to C.
What I remember is after that happened, you, me, and Chris Wisher were sitting out back talking about it. And I remember asking if you ever had one. Then you told the stories all the time.
Greg's trying to draw around undercover here.
Missed this shot, I missed this shot. I had a free draw for an 8-1. Free draw today. You told us that story. Yep.
And I played it into the pack because I didn't have guys stock sweepers, so I just played
Sweeping it the whole way to keep it off that guard. And they got it around. It's a nice shot.
Very nice shot by Lauren. Boy, I think it's even touching 4.
Right around.
Isn't it? No. It's still a good shot. Kathy's going to elect to play the draw contest. What you just did, we'll do better. It's coming the other way.
Not when you let go, you had it.
Yeah.
Too soon. I had a close one last year. In this one season. I had an angle raise.
I'm not sure if that was an ice or a little wide. But it's a little heavy, didn't help either. All right. So Greg's gonna, and this is why you pay attention to your opposition.
Yep.
Ice, and you stand behind them and remember these things. So the first thing you do is you grab Kathy's ice, and then you look at the result. It's a little heavy, and then you make your adjustments, and away you go. And this looks nice. You got a really nice angle at this. It's coming about a half a rock past the yellow. And is it going to stop? It's really turning too. That's a beautiful shot. Just a game of inches, a little bit behind tee line, so Kathy will be able to draw down to it.
Yeah.
But no, in Charlotte, the 7 that we got.
But that's a very
good
nice
shot.
Yep. Kathy's taking the exact same ice that Greg had, and Anna needs to execute the same shot.
We were playing second inning. It was grits. We were playing against some Alabama team. This was before Alabama had a whole lot of Alabama teams are better now. This was, a few years ago. And we had 6 in the house. They had nothing in the house. Against the Charlotte team. No, not against the Charlotte team. Still.
How are you, Chris?
So yellow came up a little short. Mike Russell's gonna, it looks to be promote red.
Kind of sad.
And they're sweeping it. This looks really nice.
Wow.
Looks really nice. Oh boy, oh day.
That's great.
Woo!
Take a look at the instant replay on that one. So Kathy will probably drive her yellow back into that.
Not missing Connie at the moment. Nice super spare again coming through. Very nice play. But they are loaded here on the other side.
Let's go over to this double on A. It's a nice shot.
Here comes Dye with a little bit of weight. He's got room around the guard. He's got a curl. Here it comes. It's going to be clippy. How about that for a word?
I like it.
And there's
Good result.
the yellow red's still there, but boy, oh day, it looks a lot tighter now. So, yeah. Greg's going to make it difficult here for Kathy to peel the front and open it up by putting a third rock in that bunch, is my guess. And we'll see if Kevin can deliver. to come.
Back in. Back to the line.
Settles into the back 12 foot.
Kevin won't be happy with that. So we'll see what Kathy decides to do. From, she knows the ice better than us, but boy, that looks really tough. She could yellow, red, or she could peel open. She could corner freeze and load her up, but then, Greg may guard it.
Taking a quick peek at the overhead. Yeah, that yellow is fully buried.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this call. Because if you corner freeze this and they guard, and even if they make a nice guard, you still got your yellow coming in. Or
the force.
Or open it up, right?
This is Greg's hammer.
Oh, this is by the guard. How's the way ladies are brushing? Oh, this looks nice.
Oh, wow.
That's a really nice shot.
A really great shot.
Yeah.
A little short, but...
Yeah. And Greg says, enough of this. If I'm going to get 2, I need to get in here now.
Yep. Grab a piece of the button.
Yep. Brushers are on it. This looks pretty nice. Get it there.
Go to the instant replay on the end here. You gotta touch a piece of the button. That's close, but yellow is out counting it.
Yeah, they are. And Dye's rock it turned just a little bit more than they would have liked, but there's still a half a rock, I think, is what they see. So on the yellow, red on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not looking at that right now.
Right. And then Bill had a chance to split on his last.
Now she's thinking of utilizing that red and probably inside roll it. I think right now it's force or better for Kathy, right? I think nose wouldn't be bad here either. I mean, there's actually, if you hit it on the outside, there's a double. If you hit nose, you're lined up again to get that red. And then an inside roll is going to make it very difficult for Greg to get more than one. So I think all positive results come out of this throw.
Is she in any danger of peeling her own out of there? No. So this is a pretty safe call here.
Yeah, I'd be curious to ask her what this call is. Is it the double? Is it the nose, or is it the hit and roll in?
I think once we'll
find
a
out.
handle on it, we'll know if it was a double attempt, not a double.
They're on it. Warm room says on the card.
I guess there's several doubles she could be going for, right? So maybe.
Looks like that may change this end. I still think Kathy's in a really nice spot here. It's that yellow on top of red, right? And the fact that you cannot get rid of that rock.
So Greg can tap that red back and have it, I think, completely buried behind that center guard. I think that's what he's looking at.
I don't see a scenario where that yellow rock leaves, so...
You just got to get
Can you get an overhead of that?
Button.
Oh, yeah, and the red's right next to yellow, too. So I think he's just tapping this up.
Yep.
Where are you trying to watch the sheet over there? I'm looking at D. But we want to watch D. See? That's his D. He's got his cool. Really? This is D. All he's got to do is turn his eyes. And you there you go. Yeah. Duct tape with the sharp.
This looks really nice for Bugs. Coming in. Little bump. Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
That is a really nice result. Look at that.
That's great.
Woo.
Fantastic. So what does Kathy have here?
Oh, the yellow is loaded all day.
She hits that.
Yeah, I think that's the path. Because you can't get at the red behind the yellow the other way. Right, if you tap the one on the right, you're still in a position where it's a force. I think Kathy's thinking steel all day here.
Yeah, the only other shot I see is the tick off of that red that Greg just threw.
Yeah.
But I think this is her better option. She doesn't even have to, I mean, nose or to the left of nose.
Yeah,
She doesn't have to.
I thought the double was lined up. The double's not lined up at all. It's actually just the one.
Yeah, it'll cut
The
them
yellow,
down.
yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow, yellow, red.
To cut them to one.
To cut them to one. There's the language. Boy, that end changed a bunch with that shot by red. That doesn't get made, right? Steal all day. But see what Kathy does here.
Yeah, worse, she was looking at a force if he didn't make that.
Yeah. Looks like control weight with that ice. And here it comes.
It looks
And
like
it's
control.
on. Trying to hold it. Oh, this is curling. It's going to hit the left-hand side of that rock, I think. And
Opens it up for a more direct hit on the yellow, so I'm sure Greg will guard that up.
well, it's Greg's last shot. So can he?
It's Greg's last. This is the hammer. I don't. Do you try and draw around?
If you tap the front of your red one, are you out scoring yellow? And then do you throw that rock?
Right.
Because if you're heavy, you're losing one of yours.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're talking about. I don't see any other shot
Well,
here.
he's looking at the other side of this. I was. Yeah.
I think it's
If he
just a
comes
case.
on this side, he can tick off of his own red in the 8-foot.
I don't know.
I don't think he can hurt himself here.
Sure he can. He's heavy.
Well, he'd have to be really heavy, right?
Well, you only have
Because
to.
I think if he even hits that one on the button, and sticks, he's still out counting the.
Well, if that's the case, that's 3, right?
Yeah, this is I think the shot for 3 is here,
And if he's heavy, then you think it's 2.
and I think it's just trades, and it's still 2.
So you're not seeing harm here. Okay.
I'm watching all the sheets. Oh. Just flipping through them. Kind of red.
Here we go. Bugs with a little wobble. Looks.
The harm is wide and heavy, I guess, right?
Boy, this is some weight. What is he?
I wasn't
What is
seeing
this
this weight
call?
on this call. Well, no harm done. Wonder what he saw there.
Yeah.
They don't have a shot. They don't have a shot.
He's got the in off on the right. He won't play it. The angle is right. That's the only shot he has. This can't work. What is this? Ready?
Bill's going red here.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
There it is.
Nice shot, Bill.
All right. Me personally, after a 7-ender, I'm checked out. But Bill sticks in there and makes a red race to score 1 for yellow.
Was that a score? I couldn't tell if that was just cutting them down.
I think there was an 8. There was a yellow in the 8-foot. I think it's 1 yellow.
It was a. They cut him down to 1 red.
Okay. That's still a really good result.
Still a good shot.
Yeah.
Looking around at the other sheets, it looks like Christine.
So with your
stole 2 in the third.
Your fantastic technology knowledge still requires you to bump things.
Yeah. you tap the desk, and we lost our audio, and I had to tap it again. There's a loose wire somewhere.
Yeah, Christine makes a nice shot here. A little deep, but that'll be fine. Can't be upset with that.
Talking about sheet A?
Sorry, C.
We have 2 Christines out there.
Christina,
there we go.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Christina. Here comes Lauren, trying to follow that down.
Our guards in the house aren't bad. Like our fighting guards.
It's coming. A little heavy-ish. No. See what Kathy calls here. Yeah, I like top 4.
Tight game on D. We've been trading 1s the first 3 ends.
Yeah, again, Franklin teams played very well this weekend. We expect it from the Corbett team. Look at this bump. They might be playing in the 4-foot this end.
Not very good. You're down like 4-1. Not playing all that well. Heavy or light?
Getting down to it.
Yeah. They're gonna come and sit on it. Yep. And without hammer, you want to sit on it, I think. I think if you go to top 4, that's fine. But if you leave it out there, Kathy can clip it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be right on the 2 yellow rocks, but I think you want to be behind T-line and play 4s. Here it comes. Mr. Russell with another nice shot this end. Very, very nice.
A little deep, but
yeah,
kind of in between, not quite on the backing, so
yep.
Kathy can still
either
sit on this or pluck it out of there.
On an angle so that she can get it later. Again, she could peel. My team be screaming at me not to, to be peeling. But every team plays a little different.
I think I still have PTSD from playing Kathy yesterday and watching her peel out every rock I would put buried. She would find a way to pluck it out.
Oh, Hannah. What happened there?
Wonder if that picked. I think I saw
Oh, Kathy's
her
looking
lips
at
say
the
the word
rock.
pick.
She's looking at it. Well, night one, boy, there's stuff all over the place, but it seems that it's been corrected because there hasn't been a whole lot since that I've seen. But that first night, it was crazy how much stuff was around. And Mike's a little wide, but his weight is really nice
D
again.
was nice. Kathy gonna clear this guard. Open up the middle.
Yeah.
Ticked off that front one.
Kicked off the top one and then hit the one in the house and then you pounded all the way over.
Briefly reconsiders and goes back to the peel.
Yeah, got a couple peels going on here in B and C, almost simultaneous. Kelly, it looks like this is, yeah, no, that's a nice peel. Yep, very nice. And how about Anna?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just going to be different. Well,
Instant replay on that.
I don't think I'm unhappy with that.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, might be a meh. I'm good either way. Yeah, maybe I prefer the peel, but I'm not in a bad spot here. Rocks in play. I don't see that yellow going anywhere if Kathy can just get rid of that one in the 4-foot. Should be in a pretty good spot.
Derek's over on D, deciding whether to put another one in the 4-foot or to put one in the top 12. I think he's going for top 12.
Yeah, Matt's not throwing a lot of weight on that one. He's tapping at the top of 8. Boy, is that rock moving. Top button. So that's going to be an interesting end. It's always fun to play in the 4-foot. That's what I always say. Usually doesn't end a lot of scoring. It's part of the reason why I like it.
Kathy peeled another guard on C. Her own guard, actually, on C. Nice draw around from Bill's team on B. Interesting shot coming up on D here. Trying to remove some yellows.
Yeah, I'm wondering if red moves though. Right, if you crotch these two,
red's definitely going if you crotch them. And I think that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Another meh.
Yeah, moving him around. That's what I think that was probably the call, right? So you got it. Shake him up and see what happens.
That was Cliff's first vice rock.
It's an important shot for Dye here. I think he's going to try to come in and clip the red. Oh no, they're drawing. It's just a straight draw. Here's some
Team Yep is out there yepping.
They're the last team to put their team name in, and I told her yesterday, I said I was going to call her team Yep. But she's opened it up somewhat, so I think Greg's going to try to close this door back shut. Sheet B has decided we're going to play with no rocks in the house for a while, as opposed to the 7 a couple ends ago. So nice clean end, and I'm sure Sue's going to have no issues with that. And is this getting by? It is. Nice shot. She plays like that, it's going to be tough for Bill to get back into this one.
And on a little roll to the wings.
Sheet C with a nice guard. Yep. So what does Kathy have here? Yellow with hammer.
She's got a draw.
I don't know. I think I'm trying to get rid of a couple reds up front, because she'll have that draw in her next shot. I think there might be 2 paths to get to the button to get your 1. So if that's the case, you'll still have that here in a minute. I think I'm trying to eliminate 2 reds. I don't think that's what she's looking at, though. Because the other way to go is you get your skip 2 by putting both of yours into the 4-foot. And you start with the first draw right now.
Seems to be what she's looking at.
Yep. If that's the case, and Greg's guard didn't, I think maybe came too close to the center line then.
Oh, that's a nice shot on D.
Yep.
Looks like they're counting 3. Team Corbett. And Lee wants to look at running her red back into that pile.
Excuse me. Sheet A, red team Miles scored 2 with their hammer and attempting a comeback.
We'll go to C and Kathy's first throw.
I'm not sure what happened to that rock. But, I mean, I have no idea.
Oh, what was the call either? Because that was a lot of weight.
Was does it? You know,
Did she adjust the ice? I wasn't
I don't
looking
know.
at the broom.
I didn't ask her after. I just don't know. But there is a gap open, and
Greg will look to plug it.
if he doesn't, and she's able to get that red out, would it be 2 yellow?
Let's take a peek. Yes.
It would be. So, pretty important shot here for Greg. Because a steal versus a score of 2. This is a 3-point guard. Possibly.
Kathy is trailing by 3 in this game.
Now, he just threw this guard, and it ended up being a little too inside, so I assume he's... Okay. Well, I'll finish my statement. You would assume he would adjust for the ice, but this... Oh, no, that's much better.
It'll be pretty good.
Yeah. For a minute there, that looked like it was going to curl. No, that's perfect.
That's about where you'd carry it down and set it if you could.
Boy, this is where you don't like being the skip.
While Kathy's looking at this run back, check in on sheet D.
Yeah, where if the angle's not right, it's 3 red.
Derek's about to throw his last of the 4th end. He's lying 2.
So this could be anywhere from 2 yellow to 3 red on Kathy's shot. The 2 yellow is if she's able to make the called shot, and that is to in off the yellow, and it comes back and hits the red square. The 3 red if she does the exact same shot, but her angle isn't exact, and she comes back and hits her own yellow.
Derek just threw a nice guard.
Putting Lee in a little bit of hurt here. Here comes Kathy's shot. Oh, I think they needed to. Hang on. Hang on. Here it comes. Oh, the angle's perfect. Is it enough? Oh, what a curling shot. Fantastic.
Amazing shot. Look at that.
And Murray.
Oh, wow.
Murray's comment is she throws it harder, she hits red for 2. You might be walking home tonight, Murray.
Did you call that a half shot?
Oh, that's a half? It's on recording, folks.
Oh, man.
You're going to have to make up for that to get back in the car, I think, Murray.
It's like when you wake up and you got a scar here, the one back here.
All right, we'll get over to D here for this final rock of the end. I think it's a draw to the button.
I think that's all Derek left her.
Oh, they like it too. They like it. Oh, and here they might have left it too long. Oh, here it comes. Oh, this is nice too. Oh, it's got to get there. Oh, did they leave it short? Oh, it just didn't curl enough.
Oh,
it's 1 yellow, but that's still a really nice shot.
Great attempt.
Yep.
And another 1 on sheet D.
Yep. Yeah, but that's a steal this time. So Derek's up 2. Lee's hammer heading in the second half of the curling.
Sue continues to remove rocks on B.
going, keep going, keep going. All right.
Sorry. Take you out there. Line is good. Plenty of room. Gotta wait if you can wait. Yeah. It won't. It won't. Right off.
Come down to it, Kelly.
Coming down. Maybe something. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. No, anywhere up here.
Come on now.
Nope, not even now. Go, 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 go. Good call.
Big double. Yes.
Yeah, you called the line. That was good.
Yes. Hey. Yes, it's good. Yes, it's good. Wait on me. Come on. Come on, hard, you're doing it. Got it, you're doing it. You're doing it. Draw one. Hey, you guys on the way there, ready?
I think we should come this way.
Easy, start with the play, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Hey!
Although I don't like that we're sticking out here. Maybe here.
Wait, run!
Yeah, I prefer this. Top eight is fine, Anna. Plenty of room, guys. Okay, plenty of room. Lots of room. Let it work. Let it work if you can. Lots of room. Yes.
Push a little bit, didn't you?
Not too deep. No. Don't go.
Long.
Yes, there you go. That was good, yeah?
Yes, it's good. Let me try something. Yeah.
I know it's you. After a little break, we're back. Sheet C. Got the hecklers in the warm room here today. Murray Jackson especially. He's in rare form. Seat G, Kathy's, we're going to replicate 2 ends ago, and they're going to play this end in the 4-foot, and she'll be looking for a little better result than the last time. And Bugs is going to ask for appeal from the super spare, Mike Russell. And is this going to go on the other yellow though? Oh, it does. That's unfortunate. So it's just a single yellow right now, is that correct? Kathy would love to see this yellow come into the 4-foot. And in fact, right to the button. The ladies are brushing. Here they come. Now they're letting off. So that usually indicates this is pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's a nice shot. Mary might give that one a half shot though, because it's behind tee. And here comes another peel. And that's a better result. Interesting call here. Do you fill the pocket? Do you put it up a little bit? Can you zoom over C a little bit for me? Yeah, I mean,
I think you put a top 8. Yeah, top 8. You don't mind being a little heavy and coming in, but you want to protect those two behind tee, I think.
Yeah, if you put it in too far, like if she'd love to get 3, but if you put it in too far, then you're going to leave a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Both ways, in fact. So heavy was actually dangerous here. Oh, they like this. Got to curl a little bit. Yeah, they left the middle open.
You can double this.
Yeah, I'm expecting some weight on this one. Huh? Little narrow. This is all over yellow. Kevin won't be happy with that. I don't know if he was down weight or narrow or just, you know.
You got buttons, but you also got 8-foot.
I don't know if you have to come all the way to there, Kathy. I think if you come there, they're gonna use it. Well, that's the call. She should have the ice, right?
Pretty sure we'll see. No, I'll be there if there's a game. There is a game like that. One more regular season.
What do you like, touching the right side of center line?
Good idea.
Take away the double.
Yeah, you got to protect the button. You got to protect the shot rock first, right? But I think, can't you put it in there to protect both? The double.
If you touch, just touch the left.
Yeah, touch center
Right
line.
side of the center line.
I'm wondering just how deep you throw it though. They asked for 8 foot, but I think if you throw 8 foot, they're gonna use it. They're gonna use it, right? This looks really nice.
Left that opening though. Doubles there again.
Oh, you think? Oh, up the middle.
Same shot they just missed, right?
Yeah.
Where was the last guard? Was it further to the right?
No, I think it was there. I don't think the issue is the two guards. I think the issue is the likelihood if you're going to hit it, and then you're going to hit that yellow in the 8-foot.
Mm-hmm.
I think you come with in turn.
And then it's all freaked out when she stepped over. And then it was like, I got it.
If you skinny the one on the button, then you're going to hit it, and then maybe get the double. You almost crotch them, like hit them at almost the same time, and you get two out. We'll see. I mean, it's a lot of possibilities from this one. See what comes out. Yeah, he's on that. Yeah, I had a feeling that yellow in the 8-foot was going to come into play. All right. So normally in a case like this, I'm looking at several things. So I'm going to start with, can I throw another one into the house to improve my situation and get 3? And then if the answer is yes, then I'm going to call that ice. If the answer is no, then I'm going to go strictly high guard. So based on this ice, I think this is a high guard.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I mean, can you draw to the second yellow on the right? The second shot yellow? No. And then you're sitting 3. And then, but can Greg get that out then? With a nose hit for 1?
I think you take away most shots for 1 with a high guard here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question, right? Is could Kathy get into the house and get in a position to take 3?
This is really moving on her.
Or
this is over
make
curling.
it very difficult for Red
Greg's
to get 1.
gonna have a third look at this.
Yeah. I think I've used the phrase.
Look at it in the same spot as the last one.
Kingdom for a guard here. I think it's been used before. I think he would be happy to hit the one on the right as well.
Kathy had 2 looks at that guard on the other side, and she decided to go at it with a new line on the 3rd attempt.
I think you tick the one on the left, nose hit the one on the right. The one on the left goes away. The one on the yellow gets moved to the 8-footish, and he might get 2. Is that what you see?
I was looking around the sheets. Lee just had a nice draw here. Did she outcount that back yellow? Yes. So Lee gets her 1. They just shook on B. So Sue Mitchell moves on. Greg's trying to...
Maybe I'll take a look at the draw and tell.
A different turn this time. They need to hold that straight.
Nick, boom, boom. A little fat.
Got his 1.
But he got his 1. Yeah.
So with the force, Kathy heads into the 6th with hammer, trailing by 3. And looking at the clock, they might not be able to get 8 in. They're going to have to make up some time.
So the Mitchell team moves on to play
C finals, I believe.
the C finals at 2:15 against the winner in our Sheet C now feature event, Kathy Jackson and Greg Tierney. I'll probably stick around and watch that one too.
Absolutely, I'll be here.
No curling stuff at the rink today. Well, our team had a tough go of it. We had to play Trevor Gow followed by Derek Corbett back to back. It's not an easy task.
No.
0 for 2 and sitting it out on Sunday, which is, I'm kind of okay with. Christina's kind of bringing in a nice one here. They want to, yeah, probably half buried. I think Greg can get, yeah, he can get at this, probably a hack weight kind of a shot. And the final 4 getting their picture taken. Oh, and we got the old corn broom out by Phil. Nice. Nice call. And Beth's like, get out of my way. I need to sweep. She's shot now, but I don't know if that's what Greg called for. We may have asked for a corner freeze. I was goofing around and she'd be there for a minute. But this looks more like a hit weight. As it is, probably control. It's got a curl. Don't want a jammy. Probably a flash is probably better than hitting it. I don't know.
Post-game interview for the drubbing on sheet B.
Sure. So you want to tell us what happened there in the what happened there in the second inning?
You know, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, sorry, folks. We hit our 10-second broadcast delay mute button.
Evidently, Phil's not happy with the 7 that happened in sheet B.
I mean, it was fun. It was a good time. We had a good time.
That's good. Glad to hear it.
That's live entertainment for you, Jason.
You never know what's going to happen when you're live. We're late in the 6th end on sheet A. Christine with her first. Put that yellow in the top 4 foot there. She's counting 1 right now. It's Miles' hammer. Trying to figure out a way to get 2 here. Currently trails by 3.
This is another shot. This is the second time I've seen this coming down this way. Maybe they were coming back to the house with the same line and somebody else came up really, really short. But I mean,
that picked rock.
That's that's right. But that rock's 8 feet short. So maybe that one picked as well. So super spare. We're coining them coining him that title today, the way he's been playing. Mr. Mike bringing in just exchanging rocks. It's like it didn't happen.
Closer to T-line, but other than that, just a straight trade.
Yep. Which opens the door for a hit and roll in.
Now look what happened on sheet A. Nick did some rattling around. Christina's now second shot. And about to throw her last.
And we have what I count 10 rocks in the house. But this is a draw for, oh no, it's Red Hammer, right?
And Team Jackson crashed on the guard on C.
Go over here on
Yeah, this
sheet
is Red Hammer on sheet A.
So
Christine's last.
try to bring it all the way to the top button is, I think, the call.
We need a sweep for curl here.
Yeah.
That's just hanging out on
Chris
her.
Berry's going to try to push it over. I think. Let's see.
There's a hit for 3 now.
Is there a double for 5? I think that's what. Yeah. Double for 5. If you hit and stick the 4-foot yellow, it's 3.
Yep.
But if you can edge the
Clip it.
yeah, and then it puts it on I think a really nice line to get 5. And what's the score?
They're down 3.
So I think you throw it. Boy, it's hard to give away a straight takeout for 3, but I think, and I mean, you can, if you're a little narrow, you're going to get your hit for 3 anyway.
3 isn't bad. You have the hammer in the even end. Going into the 7th tied.
Nick's looking at it. He's shrugging. This is a really big shot. Let's ask the warm room here. Brian and Murray, if you're throwing this double for 5 or the hit for 3?
It'll only be for 4 because you probably lose that back end.
Are you throwing it? Yeah. All right.
That's fine. 5's there.
Yeah, 5's there.
Because you could just nose hit and take your 3, right?
Oh, you won't get 3. Oh, nose hit won't get you 3. The yellow beaks it out.
He thinks he can get 5.
Yeah. Yep.
If you hit too much of it, you'll go on top and you get 2.
Nose hit on the yellow in the back of the 4-foot gets you 3.
The nose on the yellow.
Nose on the yellow in the back of the 4-foot gets you 3.
3 all day.
Oh, it is buried. We're not looking at that red guard.
Oh.
It's buried.
I'm sorry, folks.
So you got to throw
You
this
have
double.
to throw the double for 5. Or a hit.
A little too thick, and it's
hit.
maybe a 1
Well, there's a hit and roll in, too.
for 1, right? Or rather for 2. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think it's going to be
Nah, it's just a 1.
especially happy with that. It's just 1? Yeah, 1 red.
1.
Yeah.
So the
Nick
hammer will
might
go
be-
back over to Christine
Nick
up
might
2.
Nick might be looking back on that one. Maybe a missed opportunity. Because I think there was a hit and roll in for at least 2, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
So, reload and move on to 7. Play Steel.
Yeah, it looks way better here.
All right, back to
I think it's
sheet C.
Was an interesting.
I think it is a hit and roll, is it not? But
Yeah.
but maybe hack weight-ish. Oh,
So you look at the overhead here.
I'm not sure why they're inside sweeping. Hold it. Oh, it's
Gotta
curling.
hold it off that red guard. They can. But then they really need it to curl to get to the inside.
Anna's trying. Anna's trying. Yeah, I'm not sure why they started sweeping at the beginning, because it looked to me that it was a little wide.
Now they want to sweep it by, yeah. Didn't want to tick that over anymore.
What's Greg thinking here?
He just put up, his last shot was that red guard that they tried to sweep around.
Let's get the
It over curled a little on him.
overhead here. Let's take a look. So
I think
Kathy's hammer, he's sitting one. The one that he's got is kind of exposed.
I put one in the top 12 foot on the right.
So he could guard on the left and protect his one on the edge of 4.
Yeah.
He could bump his inside red on the right at 1 o'clock. He could bump the one at 3 o'clock and roll in, or he could draw.
Well, with this ice, he's maybe coming through that port.
Yeah, so those are the 4 shots, and looks like I think he's just drawing, and using the one at 2 o'clock to maybe bump off of.
He needs to bump
Which,
here.
if they're gonna bump, he.
Well, actually, that's weight.
I think
down.
there's. Oh, they were thinking guard the whole time, because they should have swept that.
It might be good to do it when.
So he's giving Kathy another look at that shot they just missed.
Well, I think I got to find out more about that shot, because I think if you sweep a little bit more, it misses that and comes into the 4 foot.
It feels like in person.
So, and I'm wondering if they were just filling that hole. But I do think this rock is somewhat exposed. The issue for Kathy is that yellow behind it.
I think that was what Greg was thinking.
He thinks he's good on this side.
Thinks he's good with the jam there, and he was more worried about the draw in on the other side.
Why don't you give me that? Because I'm pretty familiar with this side.
Yeah, but Greg could have guarded this side and leave Kathy the draw for 1 on the other side, which Greg would have been fine with. Again, I think Greg's in a pretty good spot here.
Greg is up 3.
There's like the sailing club, that's what's like Reed's part of it, then there's the events part, and then there's the articles thing, and then there's membership, and they're all fairly separated. Yeah. So
I like the line on this. It's starting to curl. They might need to get on it.
it might be good, but
There they are.
have like a couple of sessions.
Well, it's certainly by red. It's all weight now.
Weird stuff. And it'd be
Boy,
nice
is she gonna get in? Nah,
Whatever you think would be most helpful.
just doesn't finish there.
Are you free this week?
She get by the guard, maybe 3/4 of a rock. So they had a little bit more room in there.
Oh, yeah.
But are they kind of lined up for her on her next?
They are. So Greg will guard that.
I don't know. I like that.
Oh, he's hitting it.
Yeah.
Hitting it on the inside and roll under and go for a steal of 2.
Yeah. All day. Because you want to eliminate that rock and not hit your own, so it just naturally, it's just yelling at you to hit and roll in. If Bugs makes this one, it's going to put Kathy in a little bit of trouble here. Let me change that, a lot of trouble, to be honest.
And they kept it QBI. They kept it fairly open, but it was still stuff is good. Because the software was good. Last year. And then I showed my taxes to my accountant. It's like, that isn't fine. Except I deducted my
Yeah. Yep. I'm not sure what they were talking about down here, but they figured it out from other ends of the sheet, and they're gonna hit and roll in. This has got to curl. This has got to curl.
If it's hanging out wide, they should hold it on the outside of the red, because then they can.
No, this is like Kathy's shot. He's
Outside
had
the yellow. I think that's not what they wanted there.
I was wondering why he was playing that, because I was like, not a bad subject for playing that shot.
Kathy can just come down to that one for 2. Nothing for 3.
That could be a change. I think you draw for 2, don't you?
Yep. Just a straight draw, or she can come and bump her own.
So she needs to. I'll just call. She's got to hit 4 foot. It's really, really close, but I think 4 foot will do it. And it looks like she's got backing, because if she touches yellow and bumps it.
Yep. A little bump in any direction on yellow is good.
And I think a pretty good bump doesn't get red out of there for yellow for 3. But so I think this is draw for 2 with backing, which I think Kathy would take 2 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
Oh, that looks a little wide. Oh, it might be light, because it's moving. Here it comes. Here it comes.
You need to be on this
Oh,
hard.
yeah. This is all weight now. Come on, ladies.
It's not going to get there.
Shoot. Missed opportunity. Greg said, here, have your 2. Kathy said, no, not this end. So, we'll be playing, it looks like the 7th and final end, I think, here for sheet C, unless we go to an extra.
I think on A, that just nicked the guard. That was looking really good if it had gotten around.
Yeah, when he hit it, I think it popped and one of the other front ones rolled on by on the front one and on the one that's in roll, so much closer so they get to try to roll it in.
Team Miles on sheet A is faced with having to steal 2 ends in a row here to win this game.
I went to this place called Slide Fox.
Yeah, it's times when you really want to get that 8th end in, and I think the ladies this would be one of the time for them, but the Miles team is in the same position, but they certainly will have 2 opportunities versus the 1 in sheet C.
Yep.
But there was a lot of draws that I saw, and I don't know about A, but there was a lot of draws in C. They were playing in the 4 foot several times.
I probably won't have a game. You want me to invite you?
I already put it in my calendar, so if you do, then I'll have 2 calendar events. You'll have to do the other one.
Chris Sherry's trying to pluck that red out of there without crashing.
Yeah, I don't think the second hitting the yellow, I don't think really is detrimental, because they're sitting 2 with that 1 in the 8 foot. So that's a really nice shot by Chris. Probably didn't curl as much as he would have liked, but again, sitting 2 at this position, I think you're happy.
Buckets that I have in mind. Bucket number 1 is when somebody emails me or the board or.
So there's a few calls here, right? For Nick, I think his call is hit and roll with that ice, but you could draw, straight draw.
Then it gets
You
forwarded
could
to you.
freeze.
And then eventually you're just like the person.
Sometimes you gotta be a little imaginative to try to steal. Because if you hit and don't roll,
Yep.
I think then, if that's the case, the other three choices I just mentioned would have been the better call. So if you're going to commit to the hit and roll, the roll, it has to happen. And I think this rock needs to come center line. The roll has to be center line or better to the left. Oh, they want. It's got to get.
Far we get with our first meeting. Maybe we'll get through.
Boy, that's a tight line there.
But if you can set me up so I can take a look, just.
Sweeping for curl.
Is he gonna get the roll though?
It looks close. This looks pretty good. No, didn't get the roll.
Yeah, that's the problem with that. Because this is a situation. I mean, let's say that Christine hits and rolls out. Then the yellow, but it would only be for one, right? So.
Well, you need a steal of 2 and a steal of 1. It doesn't really matter which end those come in.
Yeah, ideally. I mean, if there's an opportunity to get the 2.
Yeah, you want the 2.
Yeah. So we'll see if Christine can learn from Nick's shot. She's coming with a little bit more weight, but looks a little wide. Mike's moving over to the other side of the rock. He's going to try his best to move this rock over. But I'm surprised by the weight, because that hit that rock and did not put it out. I would assume that was not intentional to throw that kind of weight. So
it's still a yellow 1-2, but Nick will have a look at that hit and roll again.
Is there any way you can get both of those yellows out? I think the answer is no, right?
The answer would be no.
I don't think you have to
play a run back triple.
Yeah, and I don't think you need to do that. I think if you get your steal 1 and go to 8.
I agree.
And good for them to finish up 7, 16 minutes to go on the clock. That's very, very well done. Over here on sheet C, we can get a quick look and see if this is going to be an inside roll hit off of red. That's a nice shot. Just scary. Boy, oh day. It might have actually moved that red just a slight bit. Jeepers. All right, here comes Mr. Miles. Nose hitter in for the 1. And they are pushing this rock, and it's looking really nice. He would have liked to have done that on his first one.
That's a great shot.
But heart rates are rising, and as they go to the final end.
Christine didn't even consider the run back. She's just going straight draw here, which I think is the right call. Danger of that run back is you could end up giving a steal of 2 versus the worst case here on the draw is a steal of 1. So Christine with her last of the end.
Again, this is why they pay the skips the big bucks to make these kind of draws. Here it comes. Are they brushing for line? Are they brushing for weight? Here it comes.
They're both trying to push it.
Here it comes. And that's there it is.
For 1.
That's why Christine's always been considered one of the better curlers here at the Triangle Curling Club. Year in and year out. Always seems to have the draw weight.
So now the strategy shifts from stealing to a big scoring end. They need to score 3 for the tie.
Yep. What a difference one draw makes, right? And then Nick Miles making the shot, but not on his first, on his second. He makes it on his first. I think that end could go many different ways.
Would you rather be in a position there to have stolen 1 and have to steal 2 in the next end, or would you rather have to?
Well, if you stole 1, you just need to steal 1 for skip rocks, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, you want to steal all day.
Yeah, you want to steal.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this yesterday. I'm finding scoring 2 with hammer to be much more difficult than stealing. And our team is in a much better position when we're trying to steal. And I think a lot of curlers are in that same mindset right now. Our team personally is re-looking at strategies to get 2. Because the old-fashioned approach of, I guess it's not that old-fashioned, but the approach of corner guard, draw behind, in my opinion, doesn't seem to be working that well. I just think you allow the other team to just put themselves 3-4 rocks and a couple guards and a couple in 4-foot. So by the time you're finished, even if you make all your shots with the corner guards and the draw behinds, now you're so far behind the gun. It used to be you need to make a double to change the end around, but now it's almost futile. If teams play those rocks, especially if you do 2 corner guards and 2 draw behinds, then after you finish those 4 walks, what are you looking at? A bunch of trouble.
Yep.
But I think that's exactly what we're about to look at here in sheet D, or sorry, sheet A. We're going to have a second corner guard. Oh, wait a minute. What is the call here? It is a corner guard, is it not? It's certainly junk up front.
Kind of in between. Oh yeah, that's a corner guard.
Yeah. I'm curious. I wasn't paying attention to how Christine has a yellow way up front there. Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Where's
Up
your
3,
instinct?
you don't want any guards on the last end here.
Hey, I got the technology. I can go to YouTube on my
go.
phone, find out how we got a yellow up front. Sorry, folks.
So back over on sheet C, where Kathy Jackson needs to steal 2 to tie this game, and this is their last end as the clock ticks down past the 10-minute mark.
What's the call here, Jason?
Greg's got one right on the button, so they need to clear the path here. I think they're trying to run back on their yellow, which I think is the right call.
So I think Kathy is throwing a... My guess is this is a raised takeout, I think, not just a bump.
Yep, she wants to...
And if she moves... If she, the key is yellow-red. You'd love to be able to get by that back yellow, but I think we need to...
Just off nose might leave you line 2, but you're okay losing the back one.
Yeah,
you just got to get that right out
yellow
there.
in there, and it would be probably pretty well guarded. But
They're not touching it.
No.
I think it's wide.
Yes.
And that's,
I don't know what happened there.
got to get a piece of it to at least open that up
It's
there.
a flash.
Just rubbed off.
Yeah, it looked like it did rub it a little bit. I don't know. It's uncharacteristic of Kathy, so I don't know if she just threw it out there or maybe it was a line. They're talking about it, so it might be a line issue. I don't know.
Looking over on sheet D, I think Team Corbett had a score in the 7th that led to a concession. Corbett is on to the D finals against the winner of sheet A. And Sue Mitchell's team is already in the C finals, awaiting the winner of sheet C. Greg's gonna guard that run back that Kathy just tried.
Yeah, I think we'll.
Meanwhile on A, Nick's putting up a guard, needing to score 3 here.
If I'm Christine, I'm getting a little nervous. Right? I mean,
Yep, they've got 2 in buried.
And hammer. So things are very interesting on sheet A.
You run back your yellow. Downside is if you
Chris is coming down.
place it.
There's a lot of things you can do here, but I think Chris Perry's right.
What's Chris asking for?
He's gonna, peel that red with an opportunity, to get rid of the red in the house, and you open up the center all at the same time. The other choice is, can you do red, and get rid of both of those rocks and worry about the one in the house later? Which might be their call. I don't know the ice. I'm not so concerned about the 2 ones in the, I'd be more, sorry, let me repeat that. I would be more concerned in opening up as opposed to getting rid of the 2 corner guards, or 2 corner rocks in the 12-foot.
A lot of plan B and C's here with this call. I like this. If you're wide, you can remove those 2 guards. If you're on the nose, you can run.
Yeah, you got a chance to spill 2 and your own, which I mean, still
might get rid of 2 of them.
Not a bad result. I think I'd give
Opened
that
it up a little bit.
I'd say that's probably a half shot.
I'd call that a half shot.
Yep. Now, if you're Nick, what do you do?
I think if you're Nick, let's go back to A here.
I think you're center guard, aren't you?
They're going to try that. I think they're going to try that red combination again. So I think you put one in the top 12-foot on the center line.
We need to move to C. Kathy's last rock needs to be sitting 2 after this, so she's going to need to run off of red with takeout weight to come into the button and hit that red and sit 4.
Kathy being asked to make the hero shot here.
Yep. I wouldn't put it past her. Not on any day. Here we go. This would be a very good shot. She's able to make this. They're on it. Now they're off. And I think that's just a nose hit. Maybe even a, yeah, nose hit. Tough break.
So Greg will move on to the C finals.
And we'll be playing Team Mitchell. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while that was going on, Nick drew in and was a little heavy, ended up in the back 4-foot.
Kathy's doing a Murray move here. I want to see what'll happen. I think that's what she's doing.
She's trying to see how the... That's funny. Wanted to explore the physics of that shot a little more.
Yeah, I think it's a Jackson thing.
So that's a nice shot from Team Allen there.
Yeah.
Nick has to peel that out of there. Doesn't have to stay, just needs to remove that yellow.
Do you dare hit red into yellow? On the monitor, it looks a lot harder than what I'm seeing on the sheet.
Yeah, on the monitor, that red looks, from the left hack, like you can't see any of it.
So if you run yellow back onto that red, that's putting Team Allen in a pretty good spot here. But if you're Nick Miles right now, you're pretty happy about the fact that you've got some rocks in play.
If you hit this right, you spill out, but you don't mind.
Yeah, and I think that's the call here.
That is the call. That doesn't look like enough weight. That's really moving on him.
Oh, I'm hearing groans.
They're going to be on that yellow.
Leave it.
Oh,
you don't want to.
no.
I think you want to leave it. Oh, you have to sweep it.
What happened there?
Now leave it. Yeah. Okay.
Sweep that through.
Ooh, Christine's pretty adamant about splitting the house and sitting two.
Yeah.
But Chris Berry is looking at something else. What do you see here, Jason? Unravel it for me.
I think you split the house. They're looking at tapping theirs, or...
So if you split the house, if you're a little heavier or if you're a little light, you leave a double sitting 4 for red. That would be right. If you come in a top 8 or back 8, you make it a double with the 1 and the 4 foot. That would be one of my concerns. Of course, Christine is one of the better drawers in the club. And if she sees T-line draw, then I think you get a T-line draw from her. But that would be my issue with this, is being a little light or a little heavy.
I think the other thing she was looking at is hitting that red in the top 12 in front of the room and rolling over.
Yeah, I think the thing with that is you leave a double as well. I mean, you'd love to be able to eliminate rocks here, right? But this thing's got a curl.
It looks light to me.
So
they're ending up with a...
This might be that double I talked about here.
Can they outcount any of the reds?
Let's see, so...
They do outcount, so Nick will have to deal with both yellows to win this game. Well, does he ignore it, that yellow, and just play for the tie? I think you got to play for the tie.
Well, they're not looking at the double at all. They're looking at a hit and roll behind, and then worry about the 12-foot yellow on its last shot. But I think Christine...
No, this isn't hammer. This is Nick's first. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's go to the warm room again. Brian, Murray, what are you doing here?
Tapping it up for free.
Well, there's still 2 more rocks, right? So
this is not the last shot. Oh, you're right.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Do you throw the double? I think he's hitting and rolling under cover, right? Yeah, we didn't get an answer there, so we'll carry on. It's certainly hitting yellow.
Will they hit it
Oh, he jammed it.
thin enough to not jam?
This game is certainly not over yet, though. Boy, I'd like to go back and reconstruct this end and see just how Christine got into this much trouble.
So now Christine likes a hit and roll, remove one of the reds and try and roll under.
Well, I mean, honestly, yeah, roll under or double.
Yeah, if you remove a red,
like
the win's off the board for Miles. The best he can play for is a tie. And like you say, the double's there. The double would be for the win.
So if they eliminate this rock with a nose hit, isn't that enough? No.
No, because then there's still a double for 3. Well, it'd be close as to whether a nose hit would outcount that other red. They're heading toward a nose hit. Oh, they're not going to miss it entirely? Nope. They'll get across nose. But...
So there's a double for 3. When you hit the double, do you hit your own red out? I don't think so.
No, I think you can double this.
Yeah, without harming your other red in the 12-foot. Yeah, so I think, yep.
The challenge is you have to hit that top yellow so thin, right? And to get it out, hitting it that thin, or at least to get it close to out. Oh, they're not looking at that double. They're looking at, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. With that, will you spill your red over and bump your other? I don't think you do.
You'll bump it, and I think it'll stick around.
Yeah, and I don't think you have to throw crazy. Well, I don't think you have to throw crazy weight at this, but it has to be normal.
It has to be normal.
Yeah. All right, see how Mr. Miles does. Always got a little wobble going on to start. That's not a good way to start this, but here we go.
Let's call it on the monitors. Not spoil the ending for the feed here. And they're sweeping it.
I think the crowd just ruined it for us.
Crowd might have, oh my goodness. Oh, it rolled out. That is still an Allen win.
I was thinking
That's
about,
amazing.
because it was so thin, that red was going to hit that red.
That was a thrilling finish. Just a couple inches. Maybe 3 inches.
So so it hit the wrong side of the yellow at the back of the house? If it hit the other side, the red doesn't go out? Is that how that, I think is how that worked out?
Well, the red that went out was at the top of the house.
No, I agree. But when he hit the yellow back to the back one, was it too thin or too fat? And it hit the wrong side of the back yellow. And therefore, he was probably too far to the left and hit red on the red.
He hit the left side of the back yellow.
Yeah. Wow. Well, folks.
So it is Team Allen moving on to the D finals against Team Corbett.
That'll be a very nice game. And we've got Team Mitchell playing Bugs.
Yep, Greg Tierney's team.
The Bugs. And we've got what on the A and B? Or sorry, is it the A and B that didn't play here, right?
Flip over to the schedule here. In the finals of the A event, we've got Team Gal versus Murray
Team
Jackson.
Murray Jackson.
And in the B event, it's going to be Neil Banerjee team against Marie.
Oh, in the B. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be a fun one. And then C, we talked about Mitchell versus Tierney. And in D, we've got Team Corbett versus Team Allen. And that starts at 2:15.
Be back in just under an hour for the call on that one.
Yep. All right. Until then.
Signing off.